division title. Deep left field. This is one back. Welcome off. The Dodgers and the Giants meet for the first time in postseason history.
It's one of the great rivalries in sports.
The Dodgers have won.
We've been battling all year. I expect a hard-fought series.
This series is going to be a madhouse. This is going to be an unbelievable way to kick it off.
What a scene. Oracle Park in San Francisco, the home of the Giants. The team with the best record in Major League Baseball this year. And it is the setting for Game 1 of the National League Division Series here on TBS. It is presented by Good Sam. Tonight, the Los Angeles Dodgers, winners of the wild card game in dramatic fashion. And they match up with their longtime rival, the San Francisco Giants, the teams with the two best records in baseball this year. Hi, everybody. Great to have you with us. What a day of baseball we've had, and it concludes right here in San Francisco. I'm Brian Anderson along with Ron Darling. We'll hear from Lauren Shahadi in just a moment. Ronnie, these two teams have been beating up on each other, inflicting pain on each other for over 130 years. Now they match up for the first time in the postseason in a best-of-5 series with a chance to advance to the NLCS.
Brian, think about these two teams. They used to share a city. This week, they're going to have a hard time sharing the state of California. What I see is usually animosity between these two teams during regular seasons has been replaced with anxiety. 213 wins, and within the week, one of them's going home.
Well, there's a lot on the line, obviously. Again, best-of-5 series, pitching matchup to get us started. Walker Buehler, who has a tremendous postseason pedigree already.
Best young pitcher on the planet in the postseason, 2.35 ERA and 11 starts in the post.
He's 26 years of age. Across from him today, making his first postseason start, 24-year-old Logan Webb.
In 2021, Logan Webb and the San Francisco Giants have not lost one of his starts here at Oracle Park.
So the San Francisco Giants win 107 games this year. The Dodgers 106. Ronnie, we were there Sunday, this past Sunday. It came right down to the last day of the year. It was Logan Webb who pitched them into this position.
He did. He hit a home run also in that game. He's been their most consistent starter all season long. And we also did Buehler in Los Angeles. He faced 20 batters on that Sunday and struck out 11 of them.
And a fun fact for that game, because Logan Webb and the Giants were running roughshod over the Padres, Dave Roberts was able to take Buehler out of the game early, and that allowed Buehler to pitch this Game 1 after Max Scherzer pitched in the wild card game. If you're the Los Angeles Dodgers, you're right where you want to be right now. Next chapter begins right now. We got lineups, first pitch coming your way. It's Game 1, NLDS on TBS. On their home park behind Logan Webb. Just moments ago during the commercial break, Lauren Shahadi had a chance to visit with both managers down on the field.
Jay, we were just showing the history. Does a rivalry like this come with a little bit of added pressure?
I wouldn't say pressure. I think this is an opportunity. It's a lot of fun, and we got a great moment. Cap and I are good friends, and Giants, Dodgers, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this, Lauren.
That's right. Not trying to make the moment too big. Similar nerves managing for your first postseason game as when you played?
I think it feels very similar to the last couple of games of the season when there was a lot at stake and a lot on the line, and I thought our players handled it well. I think they'll handle it well tonight.
Good luck to you both.
Lauren, thank you. Gabe Kapler managing in his first game. Remember, he was a farm director with the Los Angeles Dodgers for 3 years, post-playing days. Here's the batting order turned in by Dave Roberts. It is brought to you by Hankook Tires. Mookie Betts, who turned 29 yesterday, will lead off. Corey Seager hit second with Trey Turner batting third. In the middle, Justin Turner, Will Smith, the talented young catcher. Matt Beatty will get the start at first. He was also there during the wild card game. Remember, Max Muncy, dislocated elbow, he's out. Cody Bellinger, A.J. Pollock, and Walker Buehler rounding out the starting nine for Dave Roberts, managing in his 67th postseason game. And there's Logan Webb, like his old manager, postseason game #1, Ronnie.
Yes, and you're going to see a lot of sinkers, a lot of sliders and changeups. He keeps the ball on the ground about 60% of the time. And he hasn't lost since May 5th, Brian. And since that time, 20 starts. The Dodgers are 16-2. He's 10-0.
He grew up a little over 100 miles from here in Rockland, California. And here he is on the mound in a massive postseason game. Dodgers-Giants, folks. Here we go. Play ball. And the first pitch outside for ball 1.
Jim Kapler told us that he'll be looking for Webb when he's throwing strikes and being aggressive in the strike zone. Everything else takes care of itself.
A crisp 58-degree night and some cloud cover. It is Fleet Week in San Francisco. The Blue Angels have been flying over. I mean, this is some setting to get the division series started as Mookie Betts drills one into right center field, a base hit. And the Dodgers have a man on quickly. Let's set that umpiring crew for you, a 6-man crew. Remember, you add 2 umpires in the postseason. Carlos Torres, in his first division series, he's an excellent young umpire. He'll call the balls and strikes. Angel Hernandez, Ted Barrett, the crew chief. He's at second base. If we're in need of replay, he'll be the man to administer that. Pat Hoberg's over at third. And then the outfield umpires, Doug Eddings and Gabe Morales. All the pieces in place on this Friday night. And all the history between these two teams as Seager with a big swing and a miss. First offering he sees from Webb.
We talked about Webb being able to keep the ball on the ground, Brian. 18 double play ground balls served up by Webb this season.
Sinker ball pitchers early in games, not usually a great combination. Some sinker ballers, they want to get a little bit of fatigue in their arm before you start to see the real break. Interesting thing about Webb, he pitched Sunday, so he's on his regular turn. He pitched a gem on Sunday against San Diego to help the Giants secure the division title, holding off the Dodgers all season long. They finished with 107 wins. And that one's in there for a strike. 0-2 to count. Corey Seager was 0 for 3 in the wild card game. Had a walk. 16 home runs during the regular season at 57 driven in. This time with a fractured hand. And he bounces out to first. Nice play over there. Snap to second out there. Crawford's return gets by Webb and into the dugout. Flores snatched it quickly. Got a good throw to second, but Webb was scrambling to get to the base. And it goes into the Dodger dugout. Seager will take second base.
Well, play to the right of Flores. Didn't put a lot on it. And the return throw by Crawford, maybe with a little anxiety to get out of the way of Mookie Betts coming in there. Too much to expect your pitcher in that case to make the play.
Be a fielder's choice and an E6. And the Dodgers have a runner at second base with 1 out. Here is Trey Turner, a potential MVP candidate in the National League this year. He won the batting title. Matter of fact, had the best batting average in all of baseball. He swings at the first pitch, shattered bat. Crawford hurries it over to first base for out number 2. And a good sign early for Logan Webb.
He's getting a lot of ground balls. One note there, Brian. Wilmer Flores playing first base. Not the quality of Brandon Belt, of course, who's out with the fractured thumb. That would have been a double play if Belt was manning first.
So 2 men are out. We may see a number of different players play first base in this series. No Brandon Belt, fractured thumb late September in Colorado. And Max Muncy out for the Dodgers, dislocated elbow. That was on the last day of the regular season Sunday against Milwaukee. Here's Justin Turner now with 2 away. Dodgers have a runner at third base. Turner takes a strike. Turner popped his franchise-leading 13th home run in the postseason on Wednesday night at the wild card game. That was a game-tying home run in the 4th inning. Hit 27 during the regular season, drove in 87 runs. And up the middle, hits Webb's foot. He recovers and throws it out to end the inning. Kick save. And we're underway. And now the Giants coming up. Dodgers fail to score. The San Francisco Giants that'll face Walker Buehler, Tommy La Stella, Wilmer Flores, Brandon Crawford at the top. In the middle, it's Buster Posey, Lamont Wade Jr., and Chris Bryant. Bottom three, Mike Yastrzemski, the grandson of the great Carl Yastrzemski, Evan Longoria, and Logan Webb. Rounding out the starting nine against Walker Buehler.
Last postseason start for Walker was Game 3 of the World Series last year against the Tampa Bay Rays. A usual Buehler start. 6 innings, 10 Ks, 1 run allowed.
Buehler's first offering right down the heart with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Tommy La Stella, believe it or not, he was the Giants' big free agent acquisition this offseason. They were trying to turn the corner in a rebuild, thought they'd be a good team. Never had an idea. Not a single person down there thought they'd win 107 games. They were the biggest surprise in baseball this year.
Yeah, they finished up 2020 with a nice run that gave them a feel like they could make the next move.
Finished 21-15 last year without Buster Posey, and they held off the Dodgers the entirety of the season almost as La Stella takes a ball. Giants won the season series over Los Angeles, winning the final game of the 19 they played on September 5th, beating Walker Buehler to do that. They won 10 out of 19 this year. First time the Giants had won a season series since the 2016 season.
Last start for Buehler here, Brian, gave up 6 runs and only 3 innings as the Giants jumped on him early and didn't let up. You want to simplify the Giants offense. They hunt fastballs and they're trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Lift and separate.
There you go.
And the outfield wall's been brought in the last couple of years. Giants get a leadoff walk from Tommy La Stella. And it is cooking in here early. This place was loud. Fans were in the stands. It was completely full, even 30 minutes before the game. And why wouldn't you want to come to this ballpark early with these vistas? Incredible view of the bay, McCovey Cove, and it's one of the most picturesque settings in all of baseball and all of sports. Leadoff walk. Tommy La Stella is aboard, and now it's Wilmer Flores.
Starts Flores out like he started La Stella. First pitch fastball right down the middle.
Flores, you see his season numbers. OPS at 782. He's been hot lately, though. His last 13 games hitting at a 367 clip. And that one's on the ground. Backhanded by Turner. He's got a great arm, and he makes a play for the out. He is a shortstop by trade, playing on the other side of the infield with Corey Seager as the regular shortstop now. Makes a nice play for out number 1.
Yeah, because of the shift, this is really the only place he could make the play. And that came from his usual position, shortstop, when he was in a Nationals uniform. Flores does not have a lot of speed. That's why he was able to make that play.
The Dodgers shift a lot. And the shift is on for an MVP candidate this year, Brandon Crawford. A resurgent year for the Giants. Had career numbers in homers and RBIs. He finished 9th in the league in batting this year as well. Just when you thought his career was tailing down, he comes back with a flurry this year, and he sends one high and deep to center field. Mookie Betts, the wind eating this one up. He'll make the play. Tagging at second base is La Stella, and the Giants have a runner at third, but there are 2 outs in the first inning. Right away, we get a good look at how the ball is going to be traveling here tonight.
Seeing Crawford's face when he got to first base, it was like, oh yeah, I remember these Octobers in San Francisco. That one went to die in right center field.
Cool Friday night. Temperatures in the upper 50s, and this is kind of what the currents look like. Our friends at StatCast put this together, and it does whip around in this ballpark, but it's going to be knocked down at least to center field and right field tonight. Here's Buster Posey. 2 outs, runner at third.
Posey still, after all this time, all this success, opting out of COVID in 2020, still on the short list of batters you don't want to face with runners on base.
High OPS at 889. He's the only player left who was on all 3 World Series winners for the Giants, 2010, 12, and 14. 2-0.
He's also such an intelligent hitter. If he's going to pitch him away, look to Posey to go that way.
Notice the Dodgers, they've softened the shift with Posey a little bit, knowing he'll hunt those RBIs.
Sometimes you get a look in the first inning on what hitter the pitcher has identified that he doesn't want to beat him.
Certainly could make a strong case for Posey, and Walker Buehler is behind 3-0. Let's see if Posey has a green light here. Listella, the runner at third. Posey does have the green light. Hits that one hard into right field. That is way back, and goodbye! Buster Posey! A 2-run blast! And the Giants are on the board first. That was going to keep that one in the ballpark. Posey, center cut, and drives one over that 24-foot wall in right field. Lamont Wade, a big swing and a miss at the first pitch.
Looking to go to right field that entire way was Posey. He's got tremendous power.
Walker Buehler, a leadoff walk. Now a 2-run homer is Lamont Wade. A swing and a miss. Big cut at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
241 home runs by the San Francisco Giants this year. That scored almost 50% of their runs. 100% tonight.
Here's a 1-2, and Wade takes one off the plate. Posey with his 5th career postseason home run. And Wade hits that one sharply. Take us through it, Ronnie.
Well, early on, he was just trying to throw a lot of breaking balls, but then on 3-0, he came in with the high fastball away, and Buster going that way. It's a big 2-run home run.
Splash down on a bounce into McCovey Cove. Wade to left field, shallow, coming in Pollock, and that will retire the side. But Buster Posey, his first home run of the postseason since 2012 in the World Series. That was against Max Scherzer. This one against Walker Buehler. And the Giants have a 2-0 lead as their all-star catcher brings them to their feet at Oracle. The man who has delivered so many clutch postseason moments for the Giants has another one here in 2021. Posey with a 2-run homer. Now the Dodgers play from behind. Will Smith leads off as Webb opens him up with strike one on a slider. Smith, one of the best hitting catchers in all of baseball, and in this series, those two guys standing back there, Posey and Smith, are two of the premier offensive players at their position, and both are excellent defensively.
And Smith is an excellent fastball hitter, so he counters Webb does with first pitch slider and then changeup.
– 24-year-old Logan Webb emerged as the Giants' ace.
14 consecutive starts this summer he went, allowing 2 runs or less.
And a spinner. Oh, it's a called strike 3. Little hesitation on the call. Will Smith had something to say on his way out. And Logan Webb has his first postseason strikeout.
Carlos Torres said, stay with me, I'm coming. Good sweeper here, slider by Logan Webb, who has that 3/4 almost sidearm action that confuses Smith.
Out number 1, second inning. Here is Matt Beatty now. And as Wilmer Flores starts at first for Brandon Belt, it is Beatty who has gotten the starts in the last 2 games for Max Muncy. Has not started consecutive games since 3rd week of July. He's one of the many options. Bouncing ball out to Crawford. Excellent defender. He makes a play for out number 2.
Just think what the Dodgers are missing in their offense with Muncy hurt. 8 home runs and 12 RBIs he had against the Giants this summer.
And hit 35 in the regular season. A huge bat, and very similar with Brandon Belt. He missed some time with injury, but a big power threat. An excellent defender. Big losses for both teams.
29 home runs for Brandon Belt.
2 outs. Here is Cody Bellinger. While Chris Taylor was the hero in the wild card game, it was Bellinger who set him up. Bellinger on base 3 times in the wild card game. A hit and 2 walks. Had a key stolen base. And was aboard when Chris Taylor knocked one out to win the game against St. Louis on Wednesday night. And what do you got to do to get in the lineup, Ron? It's a tough league.
That's right.
He's coming off the bench here tonight, Chris Taylor. Strike 2 on Bellinger. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got him. Shutdown inning. 3 up, 3 down for Webb. All right, let's take a look at today's odds powered by DraftKings Sportsbook. Question is, any of those guys stay upright the whole game? No. Questions are there. Total runs, 7.5.
I got my kayak, I got my oar, I got my giraffe.
And my cigarette. Chris Bryant will start it for San Francisco as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Logan Webb with a 3 up, 3 down shutdown inning, retiring 6 straight. That's the spray chart for Bryant, and thus infielders positioned accordingly, and it's right into it, but Seager cannot make the backhanded play, and Bryant will reach to start the 2nd inning.
A lot of topspin on this ball, hit off kind of the end from Chris Bryant. You just got to throw your leather out there, just hoping you put it in the spot where the bounce is going to be. But it wasn't to be. Not an error there. Base hit, of course, for Chris Bryant.
Giants with their 2nd hit. 3 runners aboard tonight already against Buehler. A walk, a 2-run homer by Posey. Now an infield hit. And here is Mike Yastrzemski. Bryant, one of the key pickups at the trade deadline, coming to San Francisco from the Cubs. Was great in the Cubs run in 2016, and they're hoping for a little bit of that magic in 2021 as Yastrzemski takes a strike. Great numbers against Walker Buehler. 6 career hits. Yastrzemski, a late bloomer, a waiver claim a couple of years ago, and a career high 25 homers this season. So many moving parts, mix and match. Gabe Kapler has so many options, and to go with Yastrzemski against Buehler in the starting lineup here today, Yastrzemski playing center field, has to do with that matchup against Buehler, Gabe Kapler told us. Just because they start does not mean that's how they'll finish. Both managers, and very similar philosophies on players and matchups.
Gabe Kapler treats his Giants like a a 14-man basketball team where everyone can play.
Former farm director of the Dodgers. His current boss, the president of baseball operations, Farhan Zahidi, was the general manager with Los Angeles as well. That one's in the dirt. Smith keeps it in front. Bryant stays put. Count at 3-1 now.
Good block here. Well, the backhand block really by Smith. Got kind of lucky there to keep that in front of him.
2 wild pitches in the wild card game. One of them led to a run in the first inning against St. Louis. Shift is on. Hitters count for Yastrzemski as he swings and fouls it back. Had a big rip and a high fastball.
You know, Brian, the only difference I see from last Sunday is you see this high fastball almost gotten to by Yastrzemski. Is that on Sunday when we watched Buehler, he did not miss with a breaking pitch for 5 innings. He hasn't gotten the feel for it yet.
Big strikeout game against Milwaukee in the final day of the year. Dodgers were able to pull him early from that game after 5 innings because they were watching the scoreboard and the Giants were blowing out the Padres. A swing and a miss. Yastrzemski strikes out. Walker Buehler picks up his first K. 1 away in the second. And let's check in with Lauren Shahad. You got more on Walker Buehler. What do you have, Lauren?
Yeah, I spoke to Tim Corbin, his coach at Vanderbilt, and asked him what he saw in him early. He said the cleanliness of the arm, not hingy at all, and how whippy it was. He told me at the time he was skinny, 145 pounds, so he had to project a little bit. He also said Walker was a little leery of how weight training could change his body, so he told him there's primitive activities and strength that matter, right? Mimic your daily movements and add weight, and you'll be a star.
Yeah, and you're looking at the beefed up version of Walker
By the
Buehler.
way, he's still skinny.
Still rocking the skinny jeans out there. You got the tight pants, maybe the tightest pants in all of baseball. He and Robbie Ray.
He would have fit in nice in the 1985-86 teams.
Yeah, that's right back in your era, Ron, with the tight pants. Evan Longoria, another big name in this Giants lineup. Part of that 30-something crowd that is having a rejuvenated year with the Giants. Longoria batting in the 8th position in the batting order for just the 2nd time all year. And the first time came in that final Sunday. And Longoria fouls it away. It was a decade ago. Evan Longoria had one of the great moments in the final game of the season, 162, 2011, while playing for the Rays. And that dramatic finishing day hit a key home run for Tampa Bay.
Right down the line over that short fence off Scott Proctor of the Yankees.
And Longoria trying to shoot the ball to right field himself. He fouls it away. 3-time All-Star, always an elite defender at third base. And 13 years ago, the Rookie of the Year in the American League. Signed him to that long contract before he even played in the big leagues. And then traded here to San Francisco. Longoria and Bryant are a couple of wild cards in this Giants lineup. Both really struggling at the end of the year. Longoria just 3 for 37 to finish the season with a ton of Ks. 18 strikeouts in his last 11 games. And that one's at the middle. Ranging over Seager. Shovels it to Turner. The quick turn in time. What a double play. Turner did not give up on it. He got the out, knew if he could get clear, he could turn 2, and he did. Oh, a special turn at the Keystone from Seager to Trey Turner over to Beatty, inning over. Two 2-0 Giants. Logan Webb, his first postseason start. What have you seen from him?
Well, he's shown everything that he can throw for strikes. He's got 4 main weapons. He's got a sinker. He's got that sweeping slider. He also will throw a good changeup, and he needs it. He'll go with that 4-seam fastball up that he struck out Bellinger.
The separation between the fastball and the changeup, the one in the red to the one in the green, that's the difference maker for Logan Webb.
Coming out of the same place.
And his first pitch is outside for a ball. A.J. Pollock will start it for Los Angeles. Pollock dropped down to the 8th spot in the batting order. Pollock has been one of the most consistent Dodger hitters all year long. And a swing and a miss. Pollock hit 6th in the wild card game, facing Adam Wainwright. And flipping Beatty and Pollock tonight. Dave Roberts wanting to get Beatty and Bellinger ahead of Pollock, the two lefties, and there will certainly be a pinch hit option with one of those lefties at some point. So you don't mind that they're back to back if you're Dave Roberts. If you want to get into the lineup construction tonight and why it's ever changing for both teams. Everything is predicated on matchups and bullpens and scenarios when certain batters are going to face certain pitchers.
Well, certain teams in the postseason, you don't do too much because you got a locked in lineup. But these two teams will be playing chess for the next week.
Here's a 1-2 from Webb. 2-2. Dodgers, the reigning World Series champions, and put together a 106-win year. Has not been a repeat National League World Series champion since the Big Red Machine in the mid-70s. But the Dodgers did post a franchise-tying record number of wins coming off their World Series title. It was just one short of the Giants. And the teams with the two best records in baseball matching up in this best of 5. A swing and a miss. Webb strikes out Pollock. That's his 3rd K. And his 3rd K in the last 4 batters.
The ability for the young Webb to have that 3-2 count and counter with a slider against A.J. Pollock. What a weapon.
Lauren Shahadi.
Yeah, I asked Logan yesterday, guys, how do you know when you're on early? He said when my two-seamer is moving right. Gabe said when he stays in the zone. And I asked Buster the same question. He said that's the thing we're trying to avoid, labeling a day as you're on or you're not right. Ron, you know this, right? What makes pitchers great, he says, is when you don't have your best stuff and you push through. We saw it in the wild card game a couple of days ago.
Lauren, you're so right. That's how you judge a quality starting pitcher in the major leagues. Can he make it work when he's having a rough day or he doesn't have his best stuff? And Webb has been so consistent all season long. I think their most important starting pitcher, even though they've had starting pitchers have career years.
Buehler, his mound opponent at the plate, takes a ball. 2-1 to count. Buehler with 7 hits this year. He hit just over 100 for the season. Just onto the interstate was Walker Buehler.
What are the travel teams? They have that list, PO, pitcher only.
That's right. Pitcher only. 2-2 now. And he got him. Called strike 3. Webb's racking up the Ks here. His 4th strikeout of the game, and now 3 in a row. Gives us a chance to remind you that T-Mobile covers the most interstate highway miles with 5G. Home or away, you can stay connected to your team with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage. 2 up, 2 down. 8 straight retired for Logan Webb. First time through the batting order, the Dodgers go 1 for 9. 4 strikeouts to the 9 batters faced. And here's Mookie Betts, who had a base hit to start the game, a single to right.
That entire infield was vacant the last time Betts was up. I don't think they would change that quickly, but Listella has come over to the left.
Bouncing ball, third base. Nice easy hop. Longoria makes a play, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Logan Webb, he's got the ground ball machine going, and he's racking up some strikeouts. Good start for the rookie from Rockland. These two franchises boast an indelible history. Some of the most recognizable names and faces in the history of the grand old game. And it's been a rivalry that has endured from its New York roots, trailblazing expansion of the sport out west. And here they are matching up for the first time ever in a postseason game. That was really not an option until the 1995 season, that you could play someone in your own division. But all those years, they've had some famous tiebreaker series. Bobby Thompson in 51. Of course, 1962. There's been just so many moments through time that the Giants and the Dodgers have inflicted pain upon each other and their fan bases.
Sometimes on the last days of the season.
Yes, many times. Buehler facing Logan Webb. Webb hit a homer his last time in the batter's box in his last game. Took a shot at one right there, and he fouls one into the seats. Yeah, both teams coming together, bringing the rivalry to California in 1958, breaking the hearts of many in the boroughs of New York. Over 2,500 meetings. And with the Dodgers World Series win last year and the 3 by the Giants in 10, 12, and 14, San Francisco 8-7 in the World Series victory column.
Webb is a good athlete, former outstanding high school quarterback. Mike Yastrzemski says, well, he's a little bit of a goofball, but he's great. He's the same every day.
Had 2 hits in his last game Sunday. And that one beat into the ground. Nice and easy for Seager, and plenty of time to throw him out for out number 1. Quarterback Logan Webb. Look at this, Ryan. A little touch.
You got to throw it to the pylon, Brian.
And then the gas. A bullet. Another touchdown.
Well, the most important is he didn't have that good sinker on the football when he played.
And as a matter of fact, he had that football mechanics. And that all changed a couple of years ago. They completely reworked his mechanics. Played at Rockland High School. I called him the rookie from Rockland. This is his 3rd year in the big leagues, but he is a postseason rookie. Babyface then, he's babyface now. That was just 6 years ago, believe it or not. And Logan Webb completely changing his mechanics to turn into the pitcher that he is currently. Give him a lot of credit. You have to be a next level athlete to do what he's done. We'll get into that as he continues on tonight. Back to the top of the order. Buehler facing Tommy LaStella.
Buehler's career high in innings, if you include the postseason in 2019, was 195. This year, in the regular season alone, 207 2/3 innings for Buehler.
Second most in the National League. A workhorse this year, tied for the league lead and the major league lead in starts this season. Made all 33. Walker Buehler, and will certainly be in consideration for a National League Cy Young Award. It feels like a 2-horse race between Corbin Burns and Max Scherzer. Here's a 2-1. Burns pitched today. Got it started for the Milwaukee Brewers. They beat the Atlanta Braves. We've had a great day of baseball. The 4-day schedule when we start the division series. Tomorrow the National League will have the spotlight to themselves. Both games here on TBS. Milwaukee and Atlanta, and then right here at Oracle as LaStella just slaps one into left field, a base hit. Tommy LaStella on base for the 2nd time, a walk and a single, and a 1-out base runner against Buehler.
Brian, the key to hitting a curveball is to wait, and that's what LaStella did a great job. Waited long enough to punch that into left field. The pitcher wants you to come out on your front foot and roll that over, but no doing for LaStella.
A runner on with 1 out, and here is Wilmer Flores. Flores was a bit of a Dodger killer this year. Hit .341 against Los Angeles. There are a lot of reasons Gabe Kapler penciled him in at first base here tonight. If you're thinking matchup lefty-righty, Kapler looking at the numbers against the Dodgers, and Flores gives him the best bat at first base, at least to start this game.
Well, I think you spent so much time around the league talking about their older players that have had good years, whether it's Crawford, Posey, Longoria, but no one really talks about Wilmer Flores, who's been around for a longer time than you think, but he could always hit. He could always hit in the clutch.
Came up as a shortstop, now 29 years of age, in his second year as a Giant. And he pops this one foul and out of play.
So far, what are we saying from Walker Buehler as he's trying to find his stuff? Only one strikeout says a lot about where he's at right now with his stuff, with his control, getting behind. But here, have a chance to punch out Flores.
Oh, jammed him. That's going to bounce. Turner goes to second and gets the lead out. Estella was in no man's land. Not sure if Justin Turner was going to catch that on the fly. And a nice play, nice athletic play by Turner to get the lead out at second base.
I don't know if we've ever seen a ball hit any softer than this. Got on the hands of Wilmer with the half swing. But watch the coolness of Turner. That's what you get from his at-bats and from his defense. Makes the play on a tough hop and knows that Estella had to go halfway or didn't get as far as he wanted to and took the lead out. Beautiful play by Turner.
That was a knuckle buster. Exit velocity wouldn't win him a snow cone in the speed pitch. 35 miles an hour off the bat. And Turner makes a nice play. Now Crawford, strike one.
Crawford to get a lot of MVP votes this year. Giants fans, of course, think like he's the MVP for what he's done for this ball club this year.
He'll hear those MVP chants here in San Francisco a lot. Bouncing ball, Beatty right there, steps on the bag, and that will retire the side. Walker Buehler needed that. Gives up a hit, but puts up a 0 and back-to-back scoreless innings for the 26-year-old right-hander. Some of the great images from our T-Mobile base cam. It's presented by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage from the ground up at this beautiful ballpark in San Francisco. It's a cool Friday night, game one of the National League Division Series. Brian Anderson with Ron Darling, Lauren Shahadi, and Logan Webb out to a great start for the Giants. He's given up just one hit and has retired every batter since. 9 in a row. He faces Seager, Turner, Trey Turner, and then Justin Turner. Slow roller, weak contact. Webb is there, can't pick it up, and Seager safe. Logan Webb went for the bare hand pickup and left it right there on the ground, and Corey Seager is aboard.
That's one of the plays where, as a pitcher, you, the runner, and the ball all come to the same place, and occasionally you'll pick up your head before you handle the baseball, and that's what happened to Webb here. A little peek took him off the ball and a missed play.
That'll be the second error for the Giants. An excellent defensive team, but Crawford and Webb with errors now. Webb is a ground ball machine, as you've seen. Always the threat of the double play as Trey Turner takes a strike. Turner is very fast, but he does hit into a lot of double plays, unusually enough, 18 of them, and bounced into a key double play in the wild card game against Adam Wainwright with the bases loaded. He can also hit one of the seats. That is a dangerous spot against Trey Turner up there.
Yes, he loves the ball up in the zone. He finished the season this year with a 19-game hitting streak, hit over 400 in that period of time to get himself a batting title.
And then had a hit in the wild card game. Trey Turner was 2 out of 4. He's hitting 20 consecutive games now.
Doubting myself there, Brian. I gave the scouting report that Webb's a good fielder. And boy, he makes an error, but that was his first major league error.
Never doubt Ron Darling.
No, I was doubting myself.
You know, I think the urgency of the moment, and then you're in the postseason, and this, he looked a little indecisive whether to go to the glove and the tag or the bare hand. A swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Boy, he's got a good slider working. 4 out of 5. The pitches have been a slider. Maybe that's a change up there. Must have missed that pitch. But his secondary stuff is on point so far.
TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Just comes in there. Like you said, same release, same spin. It just dies. It's coming in 8 to 10 miles an hour slower than his fastball. Big strikeout right there for Logan Webb. Now 1 out, runner at first. And Justin Turner takes a ball.
Well, interesting so far from Webb. He has come into this game with a plan of throwing more sliders than usual. That has been his primary pitch.
Just missed on one right there to Turner. Webb with 5 Ks. Seager the runner at first. And on the ground, foul. Right down the middle, but a change of pace.
Remember the first plate appearance? Up the middle, completely open. Usually you see Turner shifted up the middle. That would have been a base hit and a run for the Dodgers, save for the lucky hit of the shoe of Webb.
Webb throwing strikes. That's what his manager said was the key tonight. Not about stuff. He said he brings stuff to every game. If he's pounding the strike zone, we're in great shape. And he's been pounding the strike zone here tonight.
During the regular season, he averaged just a smidge over 15 pitches per inning. That was 7th in the NL. First 3 innings today, averaged 11.
Justin Turner has that quick strike ability, though. It was the 4th inning in the wild card game when he struck against Adam Wainwright and tied the game. That was on a hanging curveball. Turner now has homered in 6 consecutive postseasons. Only Jeter and Bernie Williams have homered in more consecutive postseasons. Got one on the board early. Back up the middle, broken bat. LaStella flips it. Crawford gloves it. Throw to first in time. A spectacular double play. Oh man. 4-6-3, as good as you can do it. Stay tuned for a message brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of MLB.
You know, when you watch defensive positioning today, you see a lot of infielders catching balls where they usually don't catch it. LaStella across the bag with a flip, and the play is by Crawford, not only to get the high flip, but athletically to tag the base with 1 foot, and all in one motion. Catch, tag, throw. Outstanding.
Just graceful coming across the shortstop. And Brandon Crawford finishing off a beautiful double play to end the inning. This crowd has had a lot of reason to cheer. The Dodgers wanted to come in here and quiet things down as fast as they could. That has not been the case. Buster Posey hit a 2-run homer in the 1st inning. And some sparkling defense. Walker Buehler will face Posey, Wade, and Bryant.
Posey's home run, Brian, came on a 3-0 count. Only the 4th time in his career that he's hit a 3-0 home run.
And he is again trying to shoot the ball to right field. By the way, you mentioned the Posey numbers. On the flip side, Walker Buehler giving up his first 3-0 count home run in his career. As shocked as anybody that Posey went yard. Misses away. It's a little cut fastball that Buehler features. Here's a 2-1 and a swing and a miss.
So none of the swings have been awkward until that one from Posey on an up and in pitch.
Lamont Wade due next. Giants lead 2-0. Play in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the 2-2 swung on, fly ball right field, playable for Betts. A lot of room out there. And Posey is retired. One away here in the 4th.
Saying before that Buehler only has 1 strikeout so far. He has a run in all 11 of his postseason starts. This is his 12th. He's had at least 6 strikeouts.
And how good was he in the postseason last year? 5 games, he had a 1.80 ERA. The strikeout numbers are key, though, and you mentioned it, Ron. Keeping an eye on the K's, the swings and the misses, the whiff rates. He struck out 11 batters in 5 innings against Milwaukee on Sunday in the regular season finale. 20 batters faced. He struck out over half of them. And so far today, the Giants, just the 1 strikeout. That was Yastrzemski in the 2nd inning. That's been it. A fly ball strikeout pitcher, Walker Buehler. Wade fouls it away. Right in on the knuckles again, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
So early on in this game, Buehler, who is a fastball pitcher but knows the Giants hunt fastballs, has been trying to show his breaking ball, but he hasn't been effective with it yet. That's why those strikeout numbers are down.
Dodgers shift quite a bit, and they have one on for Lamont Wade. With nobody on, Justin Turner will be closest to the bag at second. If a man is on, they'll flip the Turners. And a swing and a miss. Buehler strikes him out. Second K, cut fastball this time from Walker Buehler. And the second out of the 4th inning. Hey folks, you can predict which players will stack the most total bases each day during the postseason and compete to win $20,000. You can enter MLB Base Chase, presented by Michelob Ultra, at MLB.com/basechase. You can see official rules for details. Strike to Chris Bryant. Buehler needing a 3-up, 3-down inning. He did face 3 batters in the 2nd. Bryant had reached on an infield hit, then Buehler got a double play to end the inning. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Buehler was asked about his postseasons. He says, listen, I've been good so far, but that can go away at any time as he comes up and in on Chris Bryant. More importantly, he says, I never want to throw a pitch unless 100% convicted in that pitch.
What a lesson to learn so early in his career and to be involved in so many postseason games already at 26 years of age. The Dodgers have won the West Division in the National League 8 straight years. Giants got them this year. Giants won it in 2012, and then that great run for Los Angeles of 8 consecutive. 9th straight year for the Dodgers in the postseason.
6 straight under manager Dave Roberts.
There's Max Scherzer, one of the key acquisitions, picking up Scherzer and Trey Turner from the Nationals. Scherzer pitched in the wild card game. He'll get game 3. Bryant into left field. He's got 2 hits. When the lights are the brightest, Chris Bryant has delivered before, and he's got 2 hits to start his 2021 postseason.
Just 4 swings and misses by Buehler so far. The breaking pitch, the long arms of Bryant allows him to hook that slider, which is on the outside part of the plate, into left field.
Extends the inning. Base runner with 2 outs, and Buehler will face Mike Yastrzemski. Giants with 4 hits now. The 2-run homer by Posey in the 1st. And Yastrzemski takes a strike right down the middle.
So that regular season, not the average you usually would see from Yastrzemski, but power still there.
Courtesy check on Bryant. He will run. Buehler is a pitcher that base runners can steal the base off of.
Very slow to the plate.
He puts a lot of pressure on his catcher, Will Smith, who throws the ball extremely well. We saw the Cardinals steal 3 bases in the wild card game. That'll certainly be part of the game plan with Buehler on the mound. Antoine Richardson, the Giants' first base coach, one of the 13 coaches the Giants employ, and 2 bullpen catchers. There's a swing, a shot down the right field line. It is a foul ball. Yastrzemski just got out ahead of one. With Bryant's speed, good chance he scores if that's fair.
Just stayed in the air too long, hooked off the bat of Yastrzemski, and it could not get down quick enough. 2 feet foul.
Well, you've heard about hitters who have a knack to keep the ball fair. That was the opposite. That was right off the end of the bat or toward the end of the bat. It had a big hook on it. And Yastrzemski, a narrow miss.
Struck him out in the first at bat with the high fastball up and in. The same pitch he threw to Lamont Wade Jr. in this inning.
See what he's got in mind. 2 outs, 4th inning. The 1-2 is up and away. Missed badly. Good play back there by Smith. He is a very athletic catcher and had to get a rebound right there to keep that one from going to the screen.
When he was coming up through the minor leagues, they thought he was going to be defense first, offense second. Well, his offense has taken a toll.
Yeah, he's been clutch. Smith threw to lead off next inning. Buehler deals, and that one down and in. Longoria hoping for a chance here in the 4th. 3-2 the count. Bryant will get a head start. There he goes. 3-2, swung on and missed. A changeup from Walker Buehler. Big pitch in a big spot. And he picks up his 3rd K. Scoreless 4th inning for Buehler and the Dodgers. 4 in the books. Dodgers coming up in the 5th, down 2-0.
MLB postseason on TBS is brought to you by Good Sam RV Parks, America's largest campground network, and by T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, and most reliable 5G network.
Well, what a Friday night in San Francisco. And the Bay Bridge all lit up tonight. We head to the 5th inning, game 1 of the National League Division Series, Dodgers-Giants. First ever meeting in an official postseason game between these storied rivals. Will Smith leads off, and that one's hit hard into left field. A base hit by the Dodger catcher. That's the first hit for the Dodgers since the very first batter of the game. And it's a lead man on for LA to start this 5th inning. The 2021 National League Division Series on TBS is presented by Good Sam. Great to have you with us. Opening up this best-of-5 series.
First ball there hit in the air by the Dodgers against Webb.
Webb had faced just 1 over the minimum, and timeout was asked for and granted. Matt Beatty standing there a little too long, asked for time. Beatty grounded to short his first time up. Webb got a double play last inning. That beautiful double play started by La Stella, then to Crawford. And Beatty on the ground. Flores lays out from his knees, out at second. No play at first. Boy, the Giants are airtight defensively, despite 2 errors. They have made some plays in this game.
But Wilmer Flores can play any of the infield positions. First base might be his best. Bring a ball to his right, dives and makes sure he just gets the one at second base. Nice play by Crawford. He's already thrown one by Webb at first base and just decides to take it out. But outstanding range by Flores.
He's made a couple of nice plays over there at first base.
Any angle, it's the right play.
T-Mobile base cam gives you a good look just how far off the bag he was. Defensive positioning is a key symbol in this game, in all these games with these 2 teams. Shift is on against Cody Bellinger. 3 infielders on the right. Webb misses down and in. Longoria, the lone infielder on the left side. Bellinger showed a good eye against St. Louis Wednesday. Walked twice, wasn't over anxious. Maybe a bit of a relief to get into the postseason as he sends one foul out of play. Lauren's got more on Cody Bellinger. I know you had a chance to visit with Dave Roberts about him before the game, Lauren.
Yeah, a down year, but let us not forget the back of the baseball card, right? 2019 NL MVP, former Rookie of the Year. And Dave told me today, Cody's trying to simplify, do the little things, walk, steal a bag. And Dave said Cody knows more than anyone that one big swing of the bat in the postseason erases it all.
Think about this. If Muncy is not hurt, he might not be in the lineup.
That's true.
For these Dodgers. And they are opting to have their best outfield defense during the wild card and here in game 1.
In the air, center field, little off the end of the bat. Yastrzemski will run it down. Bellinger just missed that one. And out number 2. A rare out in the air.
He had him a little out front on the changeup.
Gives us a chance to remind you that DraftKings is the best place to get in on the MLB action with daily fantasy sports betting and free-to-play pools all postseason long. You can play in free late-inning pools for a swing at over $50,000 in prizes. Just use the promo code HEAT when you sign up today. Logan Webb pitching with a 2-0 lead. Buster Posey, a 2-run homer in the first inning with 2 outs. On a 3-0 count, he bounced one into McCovey Cove, into the water. A.J. Pollock now, he takes a ball.
It's got to help you if you're Webb and you have all that experience behind the plate and Posey. Really all you have to do is watch the fingers and execute.
Well, the Giants have 2 pitching coaches in essence. But it is Posey who runs the game. Got those stickers on the fingernails so the signs show up a little bit better. Swing and a miss. That is a tight slider that Webb is featuring. Got all 3 going tonight: the sinker, the slider, and the change.
To throw that breaking ball from that angle, almost sidearm from Webb, so you have to get those knuckles, those fingers on top of the ball, and he does, and he is tonight.
One ball, 1 strike to count. Pollock nursing a sore hamstring. And a swing and a miss. Changeup. Way out in front. Efficient as it gets. Just 52 pitches with 2 outs here in the 5th.
There was a time in baseball that the adage was have some movement, throw strikes, and change speeds. Webb is the throwback.
Yeah, keep the ball down. Change speeds. Towels are out. Webb has risen to the occasion thus far. 1-2 the count. And Pollock a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Logan Webb back to the changeup. Another scoreless inning. He's got 5 zeros on the board. 2-0 San Francisco. The Hall of Famer Chris Mullins sitting there next to Barry Bonds. Man, legends. Hey, follow all the action of the postseason with the MLB app, from real-time tracking of every pitch to in-depth analysis of the games. You can download the MLB app today. Make this postseason major. Run TMC. I can still hear Greg Papa, the great radio announcer of the Warriors back in those days. And of course, Barry Bonds. More home runs than any player in baseball history. Evan Longoria, and he jumps on a high fly ball into left center. That was the fastball from Buehler, and there is out number 1. Buehler giving up the 2-run homer in the first. Ronnie's not on his A game. This feels a lot like Scherzer Wednesday, but he's competing and he's keeping his team in the game.
You know, you don't get the kind of record you have in the postseason that Walker Buehler has without the ability to battle when you don't have your best stuff. And the best pitchers sometimes will find it. He was much better in the 4th and trying to turn it on again here in the 5th.
And now facing Webb, his mound opponent. Giants have 4 hits. Logan Webb on the mound has held Los Angeles to just 2 hits. 2 singles. A swing and a miss, and Buehler strikes out Webb. It's his 4th K. We welcome all of you coming to us here on TBS from the Red Sox and Rays. Let's get you caught up here as Buster Posey on a 3-0 pitch with 2 outs in the first launches a 2-run homer. A beautiful double play turned by the Giants in the 4th that ended the inning. La Stella to Crawford over to first in Flores. And this has been a very well pitched game thus far, minus that 1 swing of Posey. 2-0 San Francisco as we play in the Giants half of the 5th inning.
Well, it's interesting there. Buehler threw his best 2 breaking balls, and now another one to La Stella, to the pitcher Webb. And sometimes when you're facing that other pitcher, you relax, you just spin it because you know you're unfettered by a base hit or something coming from the pitcher.
You can find something against an opposing pitcher. Might not be seeing an opposing pitcher much longer. Been some discussion about a full designated hitter setup in both leagues next year. That's the way it was last season in the shortened season. Tommy La Stella batting with 2 outs in the 5th. And Buehler deals an 0-2 and a swing and a foul. La Stella shot one into left field. Very similar swing to that his last time up. Wide open spaces on the left side. You see Buehler's line thus far. A walk and 4 Ks. The walk scored. That was La Stella, who was on base for the Posey homer. Well, it's been a great day for baseball. 4 games in the postseason. Astros up 2-0 in their series against the White Sox. A 9-4 win today. Boston with an answer today against Tampa Bay. They have evened that series going back to Fenway now. Boston with a 14-6 victory over the Rays. It's another series where division rivals are matching up. Not quite the history that the Dodgers and the Giants have, but no love lost between Boston and Tampa Bay. The Brewers beat the Braves today as well, starting the other National League Division series. A very well pitched game in Milwaukee. 2-1 Brewers win as La Stella lines one to center field, a base hit. Clean single with 2 outs.
2 breaking ball base hits now for Tommy La Stella. One to left field and this one up the middle. Talked about that good curveball. That looked like the cutter that he's trying to get in on LaStella, and he didn't get it there.
Buehler just cannot finish off that 3-up, 3-down inning. That's back-to-back innings now where he's given up a 2-out hit. Giants with 5 hits now. Wilmer Flores at the plate, 0 for 2. First ball swinging. Jam shot pop up into right field. And Betts will secure it for the out. Another 0 for Walker Buehler. Settling in here after a 2-run first. Webb back to the bump. 2-0 Giants as we go to the 6th. All right, time for the Geico game summary. Dodgers Giants first ever postseason meeting in this best-of-5 division series. Buster Posey on a 3-0 pitch knocks one out on a hop into McCovey Cove, a 2-run homer in the first inning, and that has been it. Walker Buehler not on his A game, but maybe his B+ game, and he's keeping the Dodgers right there. 2-0 as we go to the 6th. Logan Webb will start this 6th inning.
Logan Webb on his A game. 8 ground out, 6 Ks, 1 flyout. Only 50. That's his 54th pitch here in the 6th.
54 pitches, 37 of them for strikes as he faces Buehler. Pours one in right there. Buehler a strikeout victim in the 3rd. And Webb is the ultimate combination tonight. 10 pitches or fewer in 4 or 5 innings. And he's gotten a number of results early in counts. 3 or 4 pitches getting a result.
Yeah, he's averaging around 4 pitches per hitter. That is outstanding. That's why his pitch count is the way it is.
And a swing and a miss. Struck out Buehler with a slider, number 7 for Logan Webb, and 1 away in the 6th. Hey, get your game on at MLBshop.com. Authentic on-field caps, tees, hoodies, and more. Get all your postseason gear and wear what the champs wear. And at the official source, MLBshop.com. 1 away for Mookie Betts. Dave Roberts, after that thrilling wild card victory, a walk-off home run by Chris Taylor. And a matchup that Dave Roberts said all of baseball wanted. I would add an amendment to that, except in St. Louis.
That's right. And
Cardinal fans everywhere. But this is the matchup that certainly has a lot of spice to it. Taylor, the biggest moment of his career, off Alex Reyes in the bottom of the 9th inning at Dodger Stadium in front of 53,000 rocking fans. Right back to the mound, ate him up, and Webb makes the play. Betts is retired. 2 up, 2 down for Logan Webb here in the 6th inning.
Everything away to Mookie Betts, and finally comes in with a sinker in on his hands.
That's the breakdown tonight. Just the one fly ball out. That was Cody Bellinger in the 5th inning. Hit it fairly deep to center. And the 9 ground ball outs. 7 Ks for Webb with 2 outs here. And a line shot into right field. That is going to roll all the way to the fence. Corey Seager on his way to second base. It'll be a 2-out double. And the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position for the first time since the 1st inning. And now we'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, beautiful hitting by Seager, who jumped all over that first pitch. Change up in the middle of the strike zone, laces it down the right field line, and Lamont Wade Jr. and the San Francisco defense is trying to take the alleys away. So he was way off the line, and by the time he got to it, Seager for a double.
Seager's been hot. Finished the regular season that way. And now a double with 2 outs in the 6th. And Turner on the first pitch pulls it foul. This is the guy you want at the plate if you're Los Angeles. Tonight a ground out and a strikeout. He rolled to short his first time up. It was Webb's 5th K. Back in the 4th inning. 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. Turner with big power. Hit 28 homers during the regular season between the Nats and the Dodgers. And a swing and a miss. Webb dropped down a little bit that time. Throwing the changeup, and Turner was way out in front.
He's had that ability to throw that changeup outside corner to the right-handed hitters. That's the toughest place to place that changeup for a right-handed pitcher.
Posey calmly going through the signs. Webb's got the one he wants, the 0-2, and it is just outside, a little bit down. Dominic Leone up in the Giants bullpen. Webb trying to finish this 6th, 3rd time through the batting order. Ready for a 1-2 and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Logan Webb, the change of pace on point. Dodgers strand a runner at second base, and it's still 2-0 San Francisco, and Webb is having a night in his first playoff game. Friday night, San Francisco, California, home of the Giants. Team with the best record in Major League Baseball this year. They lead it 2-0, game 1 of this NLDS. Walker Buehler back to work. Brandon Crawford leads off for the Giants. Buehler giving up the 2-run homer to Posey in the first. Nothing since. Started to pick up a few strikeouts here. He's got 4 now. Softly hit ground ball. Buehler and Muncy a little bit late. I beg your pardon. Beatty a little bit late to cover. And gets it to him in time for out number 1.
The MLB postseason on TBS is brought to you by Taco Bell and by Under Armour. The only way is through.
There they are.
They're ready. Kayaks are out. It's a nautical dream here. It's Fleet Week this weekend, Ronnie. We got a big weekend going on. An October tradition here. They'll open up the Jeremiah O'Brien. You get to walk on the ships. We saw the Blue Angels before the game. Did a little flyover for the national anthem. But during batting practice, they had all the, doing their practicing for their big show on Sunday here, the big air show. Buster Posey. Difference in the ball game right now. Got a green light on a 3-0 offering in the first inning. And he hit a rocket out of here to right field. Opted out last year. And has come back stronger than ever. An all-star once again. Posey out in front. Take a look at today's odds, powered by DraftKings Sportsbook. Total strikeouts for Walker Buehler. Right now he's sitting on 4. Coming off an 11 strikeout game in his final start of the year in just 5 innings. A ball and 2 strikes. Ooh. Buzz the tower.
Don't buzz Posey at this ballpark. It's a good pitch from Buehler. Trying to work up and in, not allow Posey to reach over for that breaking pitch. That'll push him off. Certain hitters, when you come up and in, kind of wakes them up.
See what he has in mind. The 2-2. And Posey took a big hack, lost the bat. It's a strikeout for Buehler. Walker Buehler with strikeout number 5.
Because Buehler struck out in the last inning, if he has a 1-2-3 clean inning here, get a chance to get him through 7. Might have been the changeup there from Walker Buehler. Posey out front. Can't keep the grip on the bat.
And Buehler one away in the 6th inning. Here is 2 away, I beg your pardon. Here's Lamont Wade, and he takes a strike. But a great story here. Lamont Wade traded by the Twins to the Giants. There was a little bit of an expectation that they could get more out of Wade. I don't think they expected this much out of Wade. He's been excellent. 18 homers, 56 RBIs. As he sends one in the air to left field. And Walker Buehler, for the first time tonight, retires the side in order. He's getting stronger. Logan Webb has pitched to Jim. It's a 2-0 game. Buehler is right in there with him.
Hey Siri, show me the MLB postseason schedule.
Beautiful night, Bay Bridge, coming across the bay. Oracle Parkett here in San Francisco. Andrew Bailey, Giants pitching coach, keeping a close eye on his young starter who has been terrific. And a national postseason audience getting to see what the Giants have seen from this hurler from Rockland over his last 20 games. He's gone unbeaten in his home ballpark here at Oracle. Last 20 games, 10-0 with a 2.40 ERA. 20 consecutive starts without a loss. That one is driven down the right field line, slicing foul. Justin Turner taking a peek at an extra base hit. 0-2 the count on Turner. Don't forget, NLDS Game 2's coming your way tomorrow. Braves Brewers from American Family Field in Milwaukee. That'll start at 5 Eastern. And then we'll be back here at Oracle Park for the Dodgers and the Giants. These games also on ESPN Radio. Full postseason schedule available at MLB.com.
You know, Brian, one of the strengths of the offense of the Dodgers, their ability to work pitchers, get deep into counts, drive pitch counts up. Can't do that against Logan Webb because he's so aggressive.
In the air, right field. And Wade will put it away. Justin Turner retired. Logan Webb has all 3 of his main food groups going here tonight. Slider, fastball, change. These are the strikeouts with those various pitches. Changeup has been a beautiful pitch for him. Racking up the Ks and the ground balls. Webb's got 8 punch outs. And facing Will Smith, turns on one left field, hit well, and that'll bounce up into the wall on 2 hops. Bryant will play it back to the infield, not before Will Smith is aboard with a 1-out double for the Dodgers. His second hit of the game. Will Smith strikes here in the 7th inning.
Second double with 1 out in consecutive innings by the Dodgers. Seager in the last inning and Smith here. One of the few hanging breaking balls from Webb this game.
Smith, one of the great high velocity fastball hitters in the game, and just pounced on a breaking ball that time. Man, he is a terrific hitter. Clutch. Dodgers needed that. Now the tying run is at the plate. Matt Beatty. Beatty takes a strike. Webb starts it with a changeup.
Matt Beatty, for his career, .359 hitter with runners in scoring position.
No balls and a strike. And timeout asked for and granted. That was very late. Carlos Torres gave it to him. Umpires don't have to give timeout. I mean, you can ask all you want, but unless it's granted, you got to stay in there.
What happened, Brian? Watch where Webb's looking. He's looking at second base. So Torres comes out earlier, but Webb wasn't looking towards the plate, so he didn't see the movement for Torres and the call for time.
No harm. Here's an 0-1. Ball and a strike. That double by Smith has the Giants bullpen active. Tyler Rogers, the sidewinder. Leon the hard thrower.
Rogers almost doesn't have enough room over there to throw.
You couldn't put him on the other side. He'd be infringing on the other pitcher's territory. Giants carrying 8 relievers, as are the Dodgers. Each team with 14 position players on their 26-man roster and 12 pitchers. Pretty standard for a postseason roster. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Every time you start to gear up, Webb drops that change of pace on him.
Well, in this evening's game, and we see so many pitchers with high velocity that add when they're in trouble. Tonight, he hasn't been a lot of trouble, Webb, but he's been doing a great job of subtracting off that two-seam fastball.
Beatty trying to do damage. Beatty is 0 for 8 in his career against Webb. 1-2 and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Webb rises again, that time with a slider. 9 strikeouts and 2 men are gone here in the 7th inning.
As good of a two-seamer that Logan Webb has, he's really primarily become a breaking secondary pitcher, breaking ball pitcher in this game. Lots of sliders, lots of changeups, all of them effective.
Cody Bellinger. Another changeup.
That's where that Bellinger came up, I thought, and just thinking to himself, whatever comes on this first pitch, I'm going to try to go deep. Big swing.
He just buried that changeup down and in. Bellinger's changed his stance a little bit. Been a monumental struggle for him. Injury-riddled season. Shoulder surgery last year. Remember, he injured that shoulder in the World Series. Broke his leg earlier this year. Had fractured ribs. He's not the same player. But he's hoping for a moment here in the postseason again. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. He went right back to it. Back-to-back changeups. Webb has Bellinger 0-2, and they come to their feet at Oracle.
You don't want to be too smart for your own good here and think that maybe you got to set up a pitch, then go back to the changeup. Bellinger showed that he is swinging. Stay with the pitch in the dirt.
Saw the 2 relievers for the Giants. Dodgers have double barrel action as well. Brusdar Graterol and Joe Kelly. Kelly got out of a big jam in the wild card game for Max Scherzer. Right now the spotlight belongs to Logan Webb, facing Bellinger here with 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. Smith the runner at second after the double. Here comes Webb, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. A night he is having. 10 strikeouts in his first postseason game. TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Ronnie, the last Giant with 10 or more strikeouts in a game, in a postseason game. Matt Moore in the NLDS Game 1 of 2016. And it's going to be Chris Bryant, first man up against Walker Buehler. The 2 starters remain.
Buehler's getting better and better as the game goes on. Forget sometimes really only one mistake by Buehler this evening.
Bryant, Yastrzemski, and Evan Longoria. Bottom of the 7th inning and a 2-0 Giants lead here in Game 1 of the NLDS. I mean, Logan Webb just 77 pitches to get through 7 innings, and he's got 10 strikeouts. Not bad for a ground ball pitcher. See the combination of ground balls and strikeouts. You can see why Webb has emerged as an ace. Had 2 10 strikeout games this year, did Webb, in the regular season, and has one in his first postseason start. Buehler up and in on Bryant. In case there is any trouble, the lefty Vesia. And you got Yastrzemski, a left-handed hitter, due next. Potentially. Dave Roberts certainly knows any move he makes is going to be countered, and kind of built his bullpen for the postseason because of it. Neutral pitchers. He's got a bullpen full of closers down there. Pitchers that have success against lefties and righties. 3-2 the count on Bryant. In the air, left field, back. Pollock, gone! Chris Bryant sends one out of here. His 3rd hit of the night. And it's 3-0 Giants.
How's that for your first postseason game as a Giant?
Had been in a home run drought. 1 homer in his last 30 games in the regular season, delivering in a big way in the postseason. But pedigree matters over recency.
Just 2 four-seam fastball mistakes this evening by Buehler. Home run to Posey the opposite way, and this pulled home run from Bryant.
Yastrzemski, the shift was on, a liner out to Turner for the first out of the inning.
7 career home runs now in the postseason for Chris Bryant.
And a team that led the National League in home runs this year, the Giants.
Or sign angle with that 4-seamer connection in front of the plate. I remember when the reaction from Buehler when Chris Bryant came up to the big leagues. He astounded everyone and said, all I want to do when I come up to the plate is hit 4 fly balls.
Was the Rookie of the Year. Next year he was the MVP and then a world champion with the Chicago Cubs in 2016. That was a Loan Depot Home Means Everything RBI. For every RBI during the NLCS, Loan Depot will be donating $1,000 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. That's on top of the over $500,000 they've already donated this year. Dave Roberts on his way out. Buehler is done. And these Giants fans will let him hear about it on his way back. He will exit down 3-0. The Giants have chased Buehler.
Reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Kind of covers the whole gamut right there. Walker Buehler taken out 6 1/3, giving up 3 earned runs, closed the book on him. A walk and 5 strikeouts, 99 pitches, a home run by Bryant to make it 3-0. Now to be Brusdar Graterol.
He battled all night, just couldn't keep up with Webb. Graterol had a clean 6th inning, scoreless 6th inning in the wild card game.
Got the young pitcher, the homegrown talent, Logan Webb. You got the face of the franchise in Buster Posey, a legend here in San Francisco.
The acquisition.
And the key trade acquisition in Chris Bryant, all delivering tonight for San Francisco. There is strike 1. Graterol at 100 miles an hour. Starts Longoria with a big fastball strike, and Buehler is out of here. Really tough. He pitched well. He hung in there, but the Dodgers just cannot get anything going against Webb, putting more and more pressure on Buehler to walk that fine line.
It's one of those games where after the 2-run home run, he couldn't make another mistake.
Posey's homer in the first, 2-run blast, and then Bryant just went deep. Gratterall takes over with 1 out here in the 7th inning. We saw him pitch a scoreless 6th inning in the wild card game. Did hit a batter in that game, but an otherwise clean inning with 3 ground ball outs.
Hit Harrison Bader with a breaking ball.
Two and 2 the count. Longoria 0 for 2 tonight. We just never know, and especially with players in their mid-30s, how you're going to play in the postseason. You get that break. I think Gabe Kapler, you know, he hit it on the head with, we really needed those 4 days off. Winning the division was important for a lot of reasons. Most importantly, to give our 30-somethings some time off as Longoria bounces one to second base. Trey Turner will make the play for out number 2. You're watching the 2021 National League Division Series on TBS. It's presented by Good Sam. Logan Webb will get an at-bat, which would tell you he's coming back out for the 8th, and why wouldn't he at this point, the way he's pitched?
77 pitches on the night. No action in the bullpen.
Webb is 0 for 2.
This can't be the most comfortable at bat for Logan Webb.
I'm sure if you're Gabe Kapler over there and Andrew Bailey, just like, hey, act like you're holding a table leg right now. We need you on the mound more than we need you at the plate. That's not how he rolls, though, and he takes a big swing and strikes out. An insurance run for San Francisco. Trade deadline acquisition. Chris Bryant says he loves San Francisco, and he gives him a 3-0 lead as we go to the 8th. Well, the NHL makes its regular season TNT debut next Wednesday with a can't-miss doubleheader featuring the Rangers and the Caps and the Blackhawks and the Avalanche.
BA, how's your Russian pronunciation?
Stick right here with baseball. We're in Sharks country here in the Bay Area, San Jose. We're in Logan Webb country too, from Rockland, California, outside Sacramento, and he is pitching a gem here tonight. He's back out there for the 8th. A swing and a miss by A.J. Pollock on a changeup from Webb. That has been a big pitch for him. The changeup and the slider, and heavy usage of those 2 off-speed pitches for Webb tonight. He's racked up 10 Ks. 8, 9, and 1 coming up for L.A. A swing and a miss. And right on cue, changeup slider. Just in case there's a base runner, Tyler Rogers would enter, you would think. But right now, Gabe Kapler in the captain's chair watching Logan Webb make it easy on him. 0-2 the count. Dodgers desperate for base runners here. Pitcher spot due next. Gavin Lux has already grabbed a bat. Vesia looks like he'll have the Giants half of the 8th inning, which will be the top of the order, by the way. La Stella, Flores, and Crawford. Webb just 80 pitches. And Pollock, did he go? Did not. Checks his swing, says Angel Hernandez. 1-2 the count. Pollock's been a hot hitter entire second half. 4th best batting average in the National League after the All-Star break. Trying to be a table setter here as he lays off. Tough pitch, that slider down and away. Pollock struck out on that same pitch in the 5th inning. Webb has gotten him twice via the K, both swinging strike threes. Hardly breaking a sweat, it would seem. Two and two. Right off the end of the bat. Tough play. This time Webb makes the play. Went with a bare hand again. Made an error on that same kind of play earlier in the game. This time secures it first, then makes the throw, and it's out number 1.
Remember earlier in the game you were talking about that play on Seager down the line where he couldn't pick it up clean. This time he did and didn't fire it, kind of launched it in there to first base to barely get Pollock at first.
I'll tell you, Flores' foot right in the middle of that bag. Pollock nursing a sore hamstring. Maybe if he's right, he legs that out, but he's not running well. That's Andrew Bailey, not Gabe Kapler. And that's important because the ball's not coming out of Webb's hands.
Well, this is just a little scouting report to give him a blow also when you make a defensive play, right? The pitching coach comes out, gives them a blow. They go over the scouting report of Gavin Lux, and boom, back in play.
Gavin Lux has hit his way into some serious decision making by the Dodgers. Hitting .360 since his September call-up, a .967 OPS. And because of his success offensively, there's been discussions about should he play center field over Bellinger. Roberts has opted for the defense. Bellinger paid off for him with an excellent wild card game. But Lux has been hot. And a swing and a miss. Changeup.
Sometimes in these kind of games when you've had trouble scoring a run like the Dodgers have, that might get Lux a start in tomorrow's game.
1 ball, 1 strike the count. Back-to-back changeups.
2 reasons Webb is starting this game. 1, for his excellent season, but 2, the Giants wanted to give Kevin Gausman an extra day.
And it'll be Gausman tomorrow in game 2 against Julio Urias. Webb deals a swing and a miss. We're sticking with the changeup against Gavin Lux. That was in the strike zone, but Lux was so far out ahead of him.
3 in a row. It looks like they've been expecting fastballs all night. He just won't give it to them.
Right back to the mound. Little tapper. Webb calmly makes the play. 2 outs. Back-to-back 1-3 putouts. Very weak contact by the Dodgers. And Webb with 2 outs and nobody on as he goes back to the top of the order.
That's the 4th 1-3 in your scorecard this evening. Soft contact is what you want from a pitcher. You're getting it tonight from Webb.
Fourth time around now. Mookie Betts. Webb trying to post a shutout. Giants have not had a shutout in the postseason since Madison Bumgarner in the wild card game of 2016. Pitch count's in great shape. 1-1 to Betts.
Webb has thrown as high as 113 pitches this year, if you're looking to how far Gabe Kapler will go with him.
10 Ks, no walks. There are a lot of early results in the sequence Betts hits it sharply to left field, a base hit. So Mookie Betts with a single with 2 outs. And decision time for Gabe Kapler. That home run by Bryant gives a little breathing room. And here comes Kapler, and that is not a popular decision. But the manager is on his way. And those boos will turn to cheers quickly as Logan Webb exits stage right. A call to the bullpen and a spectacular performance by Logan Webb in his first postseason outing.
Pitches, 67 of them were either a slider and a changeup, occasionally using that 4-seam fastball, but mostly it was staying off speed against these Dodger hitters. He was aggressive, so they had to swing and could not work the count. 92 over 7 2/3. Great innings from Webb.
Logan Webb puts his name up there with the big names like Madison Bumgarner and Tim Lincecum. They were a tick better, but not much better. 7 2/3 with 10 Ks in this day and age. Impressive. Now Tyler Rogers, one of the funkiest, nastiest right-handers in the game. Nobody throws like this guy, and he is on with 2 outs to face Corey Seager.
An outstanding season from Rogers, who has physics-defined pitches.
Takes you back to an old school description, the upshoots, the inshoots from down under, when you used to not back in the way back machine, when you couldn't throw it above your waist. And he slings one in, bouncing ball, ranging over. LaStella, he winds it up, throw to first in time. Logan Webb slams the top of the dugout, sees his man stranded. Rogers does the job. 3-0 San Francisco. Bottom of the 8th coming up. The 2021 National League Division Series on TBS is presented by Good Sam. Alex Vesia on the mound for Los Angeles. Left-hander will come out of the bullpen. The job is to keep the Giants at 3, Ronnie.
Across 40 innings this year, 54 punch-outs for the talented southpaw.
Donovan Solano pinch hitting for the Giants. Had some big moments as a pinch hitter. The Giants led all of baseball in pinch hit home runs this season. Solano responsible for a few of those himself. Vesia and a swing and a miss. Solano had a pinch hit go-ahead home run against Oakland. It was back in August, and then had a pinch hit home run off Will Smith of the Braves. Giants would win that game in extra innings. Had a memorable walk-off against the Dodgers last year. And for a ball club that relied on pinch hitters, matchups, maneuvering of a roster in a lineup as much as anybody this year, Gabe Kapler, it's been clean for him because Logan Webb was so terrific.
It was really a great 26-man effort by the Giants to win 107 games. No one maximized their roster quite like the Giants.
Solano and LaStella, part of that second base platoon. Solano gets the lefties. And a swing and a miss. Vesia with a strikeout to start the Giants' 8th inning. One away here in the 8th. That'll bring up Wilmer Flores. Phil Bickford just in case there's any trouble. Looking ahead to the Dodger 9th. They're in the heart of their order. Dave Roberts has Trey Turner, Justin Turner, and Will Smith coming up. Right now, a 3-run deficit. Flores in the air, left field, hooking. And that one is going to hook foul. Plenty of thunder in that bat for Wilmer Flores. 18 home runs this year. Flores was on a World Series team with the Mets back in 2015. Oh, and 2 the count now. Camilo Doval, who has emerged as the Giants' closer in the absence of Jake McGee, preparing for a potential save opportunity.
Billy, the only question for Kapler, do you stay with Rogers against 3 right-handers coming up? But Dorval, like you said, was money.
0 and 2 the count. Vesia deals and Flores takes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Has been such a well-pitched game. Logan Webb, 7 2/3 innings, exits with 10 strikeouts. And all smiles now as he can relax. Tyler Rogers right next to him, so that answers that question. He's done. 1 and 2 now to Flores. Here he comes. And Flores hooks another one foul. Game 2 tomorrow. Julio Urias on the mound for the Dodgers. A 20-game winner this year. And Kevin Gausman will get the start for the Giants. One of those veteran pitchers that has been rejuvenated here in San Francisco. Urias, a Cy Young candidate this year. Talented lefty. Another 1-2 to Flores. He got him. Vesia with a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. Big fastball from Vesia. 2-minute route here in the 8th. Gives us a chance to remind you that T-Mobile covering the most interstate highway miles with 5G. Home or away, you can stay connected to your team with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage. 2 up, 2 down. Here is Brandon Crawford. Drive into right center, way back, and Brandon Crawford sends one out of here. 4-0 Giants. Crawford with the ambush.
MVP chance will start. Crawford in his first at bat against Buehler almost hit one out of the ballpark, but the air swallowed it up. Not this one. Hanging curveball, line drive.
Off a lefty. One of the main reasons he was in there. Strikes out the 2 right-handers. Gives up a bomb to the lefty. Crawford has got him on their feet and loud at Oracle Park. 4-0 Giants. As Brandon Crawford, coming off a career year in home runs, pops his first of the postseason in 2021. High 24 this year, and he lights up the San Francisco sky with a long ball to deep right center. Phil Bickford is next to pitch for the Dodgers.
He had an outstanding year this year, formerly a first-round pick, 18th overall in the 2015 draft by the San Francisco Giants. Here, his first postseason appearance.
Was traded to Milwaukee in the Will Smith deal. The pitcher Will Smith, the current closer of the Braves. Dodgers made him a waiver claim back in May, and he has been excellent for them. He's found his command. He's facing Posey here with 2 outs. It has been a Giants night through and through. Logan Webb pitching shutout ball for 7 2/3 innings, striking out 10 Dodgers. Posey, ground ball out to Seager, and that will retire the side. Well, the face of the franchise got it started. Buster Posey on a 3-0 pitch. 2-run homer in the first. Chris Bryant added to it. And then the other name brand, Brandon Crawford, knocks one out to make it 4-0 Giants. Ninth inning changes for the Giants. Donovan Solano stays in the game to play second base. Pinch hit for LaStella. Lamont Wade moves from right field to left field. Steven Duggar, talented defensive center fielder, enters the game. And Yastrzemski, who started the game in center, goes to right. And the new pitcher, Camilo Doval, emerged as the closer. And the rookie can bring the fire. He's got Trey Turner to start it. Giants with a 4-0 lead. And his first offering 100 miles an hour out of the bullpen.
Well, they needed him also. His last stint, his fourth, was his best as he came up. And after September 5th, 15 appearances, no runs allowed. In fact, he was the National League Pitcher of the Month in September.
Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Trey Turner is 0 for 3. Got a 20-game hitting streak on the line that goes back into the regular season. And the 0-2 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doval was up and down to Sacramento, San Francisco 4 times this year. And last came up when the Giants played the Dodgers in their final matchup of the regular season. Giants won the game and won the season series 10-9. That was September 5th. Turner in the air, center field, got under it. Duggar settles. One away.
But more importantly, Brian, why Doval was so important is Jake McGee went on the injured list. And they needed someone as they were pushing to get that division win and 107 wins.
15 games since coming back up for the last time. A 4-0 record, 3 for 3 in saves, and 0 runs for Doval. Tomorrow's starter, Julio Urias. And he'll have a lot on his shoulders tomorrow, unless the Dodgers can come off the deck here. Doval slings one in at 100. In there for a strike on Justin Turner. He's got that too.
The 3 different styles of pitching the Giants have put in the game today against the Dodgers.
Logan Webb, the ground ball pitcher who struck out 10 tonight. Rogers from down under, and now Doval fires. Nice pick by Posey back there on a slider. Jake McGee is available. He is active. He did not pitch after he was injured. They were trying to get him in a game the last 2 days. Figured might as well buy those 4 days off. But it's Doval who's emerged. And a strikeout. Down he goes. A swinging strike 3. Turner is gone. 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th inning.
Well, after a couple of sliders, 100-mile-an-hour gas up in the strike zone. Called by the home plate umpire, Carlos Torres.
Will Smith, first ball swinging in the air. Up the pipe it goes. Solano enters. Flores, Solano calls and catches, and the Giants win game 1 of the National League Division Series. Logan Webb delivered in the spotlight in his first postseason start, 7 2/3 with 10 strikeouts.
Still have lost not lost to start by Webb here at Oracle Park, and true to form for the offense of the San Francisco Giants. They hit 241 home runs this year, all 4 runs tonight via the home run.
They shut out the prolific offense of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Buster Posey's 2-run homer set the stage, and Webb with a masterful pitching performance here tonight in a game that lasted 2 hours and 39 minutes, unheard of in this day and age. Final score, Giants 4, Dodgers 0, and a 1-0 series lead for San Francisco. Postseason show on TBS presented by the all-new Hyundai Elantra coming up next. For Ronnie, Lauren, our terrific crew in the truck, I'm Brian Anderson saying goodbye from Oracle Park in San Francisco. You've been watching MLB on TBS, your home for the 2021 NL postseason.
The MLB postseason on TBS is brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? By Microsoft Windows 11. Brings you closer to what you love. And by Geico. Happy Geico-ween. Switch to Geico for more ways to save.